Well, greetings and salutations, guys and girls. Yeah, it's me and Ranger. He's right here next to me. Ranger, say hello. Um, he was in my grill just 3 seconds ago, and I was trying to get him to lay down, but he's in his mood. Anyways, hey, good to see you guys and gals. I see there's a few new names tonight. Welcome, Suzanne and Andrew, all the way from Yorkshire, England. Thank you for popping in. Nice to see you folks. You must be several hours ahead. What time is it over there? It's 6 p.m. here. What are you, like 8 hours ahead or something somewhere around there? Man, I'm gonna have to put my glasses on, folks. Don't tell anybody. I can see it clearly now. So folks, I did notice that for some reason tonight there is a little bit of delay between what you're seeing. I'm actually ahead of what you're seeing, so I'm going to have to keep in mind that there is a delay going on tonight. I'm not sure why. It's not usually this bad, the delay. So just bear that in mind. Who else we got over here? Who else? Of course, Mr. Gas. Good to see you. It's been quite a while, sir. Good to see you. Thanks for swinging in. Yeah, so Andrew, yes, I love Yorkshire pudding. It's been a long, long time, and well, to be honest with you, I do tend to like all kinds of pudding. I'm kind of a dessert freak. Anything pudding, I typically enjoy. As long as it doesn't have olives in it, I'm fine. It's been a while since I've had any puddings. Rainy down in South Carolina. Gotcha. 43, a rainy 43 degrees. Well, it's warm, Mr. Gas. I have 23 degrees outside right now, and for the Europeans, it's -5 currently in good old Montana. But it's pretty toasty in here, guys. I've got the wood fire going. It is a toasty 68 degrees in here, which is definitely on the high end for me. But with it being 23 degrees outside, I'm gonna light up a fire. Yeah, all is good, Mr. Gas. I've actually been streaming. For those of you who don't know, I've been doing Friday streams, movie and a chat streams on my website, offgridwarrior.com/TV. I've been streaming there for the last few Fridays. So if anybody's interested in, hanging out, chatting, watching an odd movie, I do that on Fridays. But if you go to my site, you'll see the details there. Don't worry, I don't sell your information. Oh yeah, who else is here? Kevin, you are overdoing yourself, OGW. Overdoing yourself. Wait, hang on. Is this Kevin, the Kevin we normally have on the stream? Or is that a new name you have over there? It looks, I recognize Kevin, but this could be a different Kevin. Does your YouTube profile name change? Audio is good. That's awesome, guys. That's awesome. I've had some weird issues with Windows. Not a fan of Windows. I don't know about you guys, but it's been doing some odd things ever since it's force upgraded it itself. And I'm not liking it. And I'm actually looking at switching to Linux. I've been fiddling around with the various Linux distributions because I'd like to get as far away from Windows as possible. So I'm working on that. Actually, guys, I wasn't able to edit a video as I normally do. Last night, I sat down pretty late to edit the video for the stream, and I fired up my usual video editing software, and it wouldn't start. It just kept on crashing. I don't know what's happened, just wouldn't fire up. So I had to go online and look for some open source free video editing software, which I downloaded, and I used that instead. It worked. It was very basic, and I had to learn in a hurry last night or this morning at about 2:33 3 a.m. I had to learn how to use new video editing software because the one that I've used for a couple of years now just doesn't want to work. So, you know, that's it could be a software issue or a Windows issue, but I don't really care at this point because I have way too many issues on Windows. So that's my rant. Let's move on. Who else is here? Cat Van Studio. Good to see you. Welcome. Haven't seen you for a while. Thanks for swinging in. I've got a long one today, folks. So I'm not going to bore you with the jibber jabber for too long, and we'll get the video started. For those of you that are new here, what I typically do is, you know, video my various shenanigans up on the mountain. You know, I do live off grid out in the boonies, hormone water and all that nonsense. And so I video some of the stuff that I do up here, and I put a little video together, and we watch it during these live streams. And you know, feel free to comment if you see something weird that I'm doing, or any questions, or anything you want to bring to the conversation. That's really why I do this, is to, you know, hopefully have folks that are like-minded, chatting and conversing. So that's what we're going to be doing here. The video, guys, is 40 minutes long. I know some of you are into the longer stuff, and some of you have reached out to me in the past and said it's too long. Some people think 20 minutes is too long. So, you know, I've learned on YouTube, since I've been doing this for about 11 years now, I've learned that you can't possibly keep everybody happy. So it's 40 minutes tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Yeah. Family Plan. Hey, Family Plan. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for swinging in. I appreciate it. Warm times ahead. Really, yeah. I did get wind of a little bit of a warming up here, guys. We've had a little bit of a roller coaster here recently, in recent weeks. Everything from rain to a freeze to snow to then, you know, warm sunshine. And we've had a bit of snow the last couple days. Not a lot, but I think we're going to maybe have a couple warm days here again. But who knows, you know. I don't really monitor the weather much, unless there's, you know, I get wind of a large storm front coming in. Then I'll pay attention. But, you know, I believe it when I see it. That's my motto. Okay. Hey, Kevin. Yes, this is Kevin. Gotcha. All right. Good to know, Kevin. Highly recommend the site. Thanks, Kevin. You're doing the shilling for me. I appreciate it, guys. Yeah, you know, the offgridwarrior.com is still very much an experiment as far as streaming there goes. You know, I'd like to do some stuff and have open conversation that one typically can't have on YouTube, or one needs to be careful of. So, you know, that's why we're experimenting with streaming on my site. So we'll see how it goes. Sorry, guys, I gotta let Ranger out. He's wanting out. Bear with me. I know it's very unprofessional and all, but when Ranger wants out, I gotta let him out. Get out. Of course, as some of you know, Ranger will be wanting in again in about 30 seconds or a minute. I've got his bed up here on the couch next to me, so I don't have to worry about dog hairs. Okay, well, guys, thanks for swinging in, guys and girls. I think I'm going to fire up the video. And yeah, keep in mind it's 40 minutes. And one more thing, let me know if you notice a difference in stream quality. Up till now, I've been streaming in a lower resolution because I am on satellite, and I do have some bandwidth issues or limitations on satellite. So I've been streaming at 720, but this is the first time I'm streaming in a higher resolution. So let me know, guys, if it looks better, if you can notice any difference, and so on. So let me queue up the stream video, and yeah, let me know what audio is like as well once the movie starts playing here. Let me know if audio is good, guys. And I'll be watching chat if you have any questions. Let's go. No, you go stay here. Well, greetings and salutations, guys and girls. It's a very excited ranger and me, the Off-Grid Warrior. Big day today. A miserable day, but a big day. I'm heading into town today. I think it's maybe been about maybe 3.5 weeks since I've gotten anywhere. Ranger 2, he knows, he's excited. Yeah, quite a dreary day today. We're going to get some trash off the mountain. As you can imagine, I do produce some trash up here, and when I don't go anywhere for several weeks, the trash piles up. So we're going to drive that into town with us today and go to the dump, get rid of several bags of garbage, and yeah, fingers crossed. I'm hoping to pick up some chicken feed, and the quails back there have been out of food for probably about 3 or 4 days. I've been trying to get them to eat some chicken scratch, so I really need to figure out some quail food for them. I don't think the chicken scratch is ideal. I'm going to check on them now, see how they're doing. Haven't had an egg from the chickens for some time. How you quail doing? Oh. Bear with me, guys. How are the quail? Okay. Don't see any quail that have passed out. How we're doing for food? That's the chicken scratch. It's not ideal for quail, guys. You can see they're fairly large pieces. I'm sorry, quail. That's all I got for you. Actually, I do have some mealworms. I'll throw them some mealworms. But yeah, I'm hoping to stumble upon some funds, hopefully at the mailbox, so we can pick up some feed for them. I was very close to letting them go, setting them free, but oh my gosh, the chicken feeder is empty as well. Sorry, chickens. Let me take care of the girls, guys. Hang on, I'll be back. Hang on to these chicken feed bags, and I throw the individual trash bags in the feed bags. It's easier to pull down the mountain this way. The other thing we need to, I have no idea how I'm going to afford any of this today, but we're just going to hold our fingers crossed. I do need to get some gas. If I do not get gas, there will be no streaming. I'll sort that out. Hey buddy, I know you're excited. You ready? Ready? Go! And he's out. Well, we got gasoline. Most importantly, we have chicken food. And well, what I'm calling quail food as well. This is a very small crumble. It's a chicken crumble that I give to the quails. I don't really want to purchase chicken and quail food at this point, or quail specific. The chicken crumble does just fine. And yep, you know who you are. Someone sent me a bag. I won't mention names. Maybe they don't want me to mention their name, but yeah, let's just say somebody helped me out with some chicken food. I suppose there's supposed to be a second bag, but we're gonna have to track it down. It for some reason hasn't been delivered, but yeah, there are 2 bags, and this is one of those 2. So pretty blessed. Thank you for that. You know who. As you can see, things are changing around here. Yep. Ranger's raring to get home. He spent quite a bit of time today in the van. Actually, when I was heading back from town, I passed some folks that I know, let's just say a little bit older than I am, husband and wife, and well, husband was out trying to get some wood split and put away before, you know, the weather turns on us. So I stopped and spent about 3 hours there just helping out. You know, it's what neighbors do around here. I do need to get some of this feed in the quail feeder pronto. Okay, quail, I know I've been a very bad quail keeper lately. I'm not sure if this is going to show up on camera. It's kind of dark in here. Apologies. See if I can even get things. Because these feed bags have these little systems, these quick pull systems that are supposed to open the bag quickly. Of course, I'm such a moron, I can never seem to figure out which one to pull. Okay, I figured it out today. Okay, oh, there we go. Okay, ladies, gents, you guys probably can't see this, but this is a fairly fine lay crumble for the hens, and it works just fine for the quail. I've been feeding this for quite some time now. That'll do just fine. I think tomorrow I'm going to give this quail coop a clean out. Ranger, what you barking at? Oh boy, Ranger's barking at something. It's not a usual bark. It's dang it, doors. It's go see what's going on. Oh. What you barking at, Ranger? Probably, they'll tell me it's a squirrel. Oh, buddy. Okay. Oh my goodness. There it is. Kitty cat. Oh, guys, there's a little cat. Is this my, well, not mine. This is the black cat. We've spotted this booger before. Oh boy, the elusive black panther, guys. Good spot, Ranger. I have my concerns about this cat here, you know, with the quail and the chickens. Any cat that you know, exists up here and survives is pretty hardy. That's not a domestic cat, and I know the neighbors. That's not a cat that belongs to them. So just hanging out. Ranger, you had me a little concerned there for a few seconds. It was not a usual bark. Definitely wasn't the squirrel bark. Yeah. Wonder, I've seen this cat before. Well, definitely a black cat. I'm assuming it's the same one we've had roaming around for about a year. I've actually seen this cat, if it's the same cat, about 8 miles further up this mountain, again up a tree. When Ranger and I were roaming yonder, little kitty was out there one day, ran straight up this big pine tree, and here it is. I have seen it up here around the coop. That was I think just before winter last year, so the fact that it's still around is testament to it being a survivor, for sure. Right over there. Anyways, we'll get the bike covered up. Rangers are gonna be excited for quite some time. Ranger, buddy, that was a good spot, but you can't be barking all night long at the cat, alright? Now the last few nights I've actually left the coop door open, the chicken coop door open. So we're going to have to not be lazy in the evenings and close the coop door. Usually I'm pretty good about that, but I've been a little slack the last here and there the last couple of weeks. Ranger, I think that cat is gone, alright? There's no cat up there. I don't see the cat in any tree. I bet you that cat, as soon as we left, that cat got out of Dodge, buddy. I don't know what you're looking at. I don't see anything. Cat gone. Yeah, so anyways, guys, quick little update on Scout. I have had some people ask me about him. I checked in on him today at the shelter as I was in town, and it was a little rough. He's still there, and you know, I asked the girls if I could spend some time with him, and so they brought him out in the front with the leash, and you know, we hung out there for I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. He was definitely very excited to see me, and I was very excited to see him. He looked like he's in great shape. He was actually fatter than what I remember him being. He's definitely put on some weight, but he's not doing 6 or 8 miles with me running him up the mountain on the quad. So you know, anyways, it was really nice to see him, and yeah, no, I was kind of spending some time with him there, and the young gal said to me, "Oh, just so you know, we may be rehoming him to a different shelter." And I said, you know, well, why would you do that? And she said, well, it's just a numbers thing, and we got to look at the dogs, what we have, and you know, whether they have a better opportunity elsewhere to be rehomed. And so I said, well, where would you send him? Where's he going? And they said Spokane, which is in Washington. I live in Montana. So it seems like sometime next week there's a strong possibility he will be sent off to some shelter in Spokane, which is, I'll be quite honest with you, that's a little disturbing to me. I mean, Spokane is probably one of my least favorite cities ever. And, you know, I've been around the world. Spokane is definitely on the bottom of the list for cities. But, you know, he's just not a city dog. He's a dog that needs space. He's a high-energy dog. I can't imagine how he's going to do or be rehomed out of a large city shelter. And I don't even want to think about what that looks like. So, you know, my hopes for him were really to be, you know, adopted in this area, in a small town, with hopefully somebody who had space. A lot of people around you have large gardens or acreage. That's what I was hoping for. But yeah, you know, I was a little upset, and so I asked the gal. I said, is there an opportunity for me to perhaps adopt him and, you know, take him again? And she said, yeah, but you know that there's a cost involved. So I guess you know, that cost is $100. Now, fortunately, I didn't have $100 in my wallet, so I say fortunately, but I think if I'd had $100 in my wallet, you'd be looking at Scout right now. But you know, that was a little disturbing to hear. I guess they're going to make the decision in a couple days here, and then if it happens, he'll be, I think she said Tuesday next week, be leaving, which is really disappointing to hear, because that's not what I envisioned for him, a large city shelter. I would have never have let him go to, or taken him to, a large city shelter. I just got to pull up my big boy pants. Anyways, that's my story of trip into town today. I think we're going to make sure the coop door is closed and head into the cabin and start a fire. Ranger's, he's got cat on the mind. Anyways, guys, it's getting dark. We're going to head in. Cheers. Ranger, come on. Forget about the cat. Okay, so magically, maybe my van will start today. Because it didn't start 2 days ago. Good times. Come on. Come on, please start for me. It wants to. It wants to. Ah, please start for me. What is it with winters? What is it with winters and vehicles breaking down? I don't know, guys. I just don't know sometimes. Well, after trying to get it started last couple days ago, and then trying now, I can tell the battery is getting weaker. So I'm gonna have to pull this battery out, get it fully charged, and go from there. More troubleshooting. Fortunately, I have arranged a ride to town today, so that's good. I will be riding with somebody. Hey, buddy. I don't know, guys. I just don't know sometimes. Oh, chickens. Things are looking a little miserable around here. Had quite a bit of rain. Ranger, no, buddy. Quite a bit of rain, and I suspect I need to empty some rain barrels there, guys. So that's what we're going to do now. We have a dusting of snow. Dusting of snow. Let's get this draining, because I suspect a freeze coming shortly to a store near you. System draining. High tech, guys. We don't really water pooling up here and making its way underneath the cabin. Stay. 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 Somebody's excited. Well, what are the chances of this van starting? I'm guessing probably low, since I've been trying to do this for a week. Please, Lord. please, please. You know, of course, of all the places I could drop the negative bolt when I was taking it off, it did have a washer on it. It wanted, of course, to be dropped in the most awkward place to get it. So I had to dig it out with a stick, and in digging it out with a stick and then it dropping to the ground, somehow I lost the washer. Like, pretty simple task. And, of course, the washer would decide to disappear to the extent that, you know, it's just vanished. Well, guys, you think I'd be able to remove a battery? A fairly simple task to remove a battery out of a vehicle. Haven't really struggled before, but yeah, I managed to drop a washer somewhere in the nether regions of the engine. A washer that's required to, in order for me to tighten up those terminals on the battery, I need this kind of spacer washer, and well, I cannot find it. I managed to retrieve the nut that I dropped as well, but yeah, the washer has disappeared. So I'm gonna go down to my pickup truck, and my broke down pickup truck, and try and find a washer on that battery to use on this one. Otherwise I cannot tighten this battery up. I don't have a lot of washers laying around up here. So anyways, well, let's go. Ranger, hey. That dog. Ranger! Hey! Hey buddy, where you been, huh? Where have you been? You stay here, buds. Okay? Stay here. I know you want to go run somewhere. Okay. Moment of truth, guys and girls. Come on. I don't know. I don't know. It's impossible to take Ranger for a walk. Absolutely impossible. No, I'm not walking him around on a leash up here. Ranger! Ranger! I hope it's Ranger. Buddy! Dude, you! What is your dealio? Here's a good little spot. Nice. Oh yeah, great little spot, guys. I think I'll have to come back here. Yeah, perfect. Of course, Ranger has disappeared again. Ah, here he is. Hey buddy, come here. Come here, hey. Oh, buddy, you thirsty? Yeah, he's thirsty. We're on our way home, buddy. We'll get you some water there. Yeah, so water. Fortunately, there's snow on the ground, so I'm not going to die of thirst. But without a vehicle, hauling my typical potable drinking water is going to be a challenge. I think we're going to be drinking a lot of snow this season. Okay, well, we've got two little scrawny trees here that have decided to lay down for winter. So we're gonna have to take care of that, and have just the right tool. Chickens are wondering what's going on. The custom sheath, I duct taped the cover that originally was on the saw when I bought it in the store, so looks pretty fancy. It's stealthy. Of course it helps if I put it in the right way. I even got a Sharpie, one of those big fat Sharpies, and put Sharpie around the yellow areas. You know, yellow's a little too bright for me in the woods. Stay away from bright colors in the woods. Okay, we're back. That was a fun few. I think the video footage, some of that was perhaps about 3 weeks old, guys, in the beginning of that video, and I realized that I am probably about 15 to 20 seconds ahead of you guys what you're watching. So there's quite a delay this evening. So I got to remember I talk, and then I really have to wait to see chat come up with anything that I've just talked about. Anyways, yeah, fun few weeks. As usual, you know, when it gets cold and we're nearing snow season, that's when my vehicles like to break down. They either break down at the beginning of winter or right in the middle of a deep snow winter. That's just how I roll out here, guys. I'm very much into the abuse of my lifestyle. It makes me feel alive. You know, if I'm not struggling, I'm not living, apparently. What have we got here? Did I miss anything in chat there? I think I was pretty much following you guys. Eugene, in the old days with Clutch, I used to park at the top of the hill so I could compression start my bad battery. And inversely, had bad brakes always led to compression stopping. The struggle is real. Yeah, every time I park my van, I typically turn around and have it facing outward. But for some reason, one of the few times I parked with the rear facing outwards, and of course that's when I break down. So yeah, if I don't get my vehicle towed out of here, by towed out of here, I mean I'm not in a position to afford a tow truck or anything to come out here. But if I don't get that vehicle down this mountain before the big snow hits, it's up here till next year, April, May. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. And I don't have any, yeah, is what it is. What else we got? You tried resetting my screen name, won't let me change it back. Oh, yeah. Kevin, not sure. Can't help you on that one. I mean, we know who you are, so that's all good. It's good on my end. Yeah, there's certain things about YouTube that I've just given up trying to figure out how to set up. I don't actually watch a lot on YouTube, guys. I spend very little time on YouTube, little to none on YouTube watching anything. I do that on purpose. There are a couple other platforms. I mean, I don't watch a lot of videos, spend a lot of time watching a lot of videos, but there are a couple other platforms that I prefer, either BitChute or Odyssey.com, if I am going to watch a couple videos. But I watch little to nothing on YouTube. The old winter breakdown, yeah, family plan. That is so true, mate. I'm not sure why it always happens this time of the year for me. Luck of the draw, I guess. And anyways, guys, how many folks do we have watching? Very low numbers this stream. Sometimes I wonder what I've done wrong. But it has been 3 weeks, guys, since I last put a stream out on YouTube. For those of you that maybe just tuned in, I am streaming every Friday. And for the last few Fridays, I stream on my website, offgridwarrior.com/TV. I've been doing a Friday night stream there, which is a movie and a chat. So we hang out, we chat, we watch a movie of my choosing. And open chat to those who are interested. So that's what I've done for the last 3 weeks, and nothing on YouTube. But I do have a trip planned this week. For a matter of fact, I'll be heading out and doing some winter camping. Just me, myself, and my doggo. Won't be taking the chickens with me. And we're going to head out and do an overnighter, either in the hammock or tent. Probably the tent, because range is a little difficult to manage in a hammock. He's a hound, so when he smells something or sees something, if he's not tied down, he's gone. So at least in a tent, although I'm not a big fan of tent camping, I don't like being in a tent, but it's going to be the best option for, Ranger. So we're going to be doing that this week, and I'll be putting out a standalone video on that. I won't be streaming it. It'll be a standalone video. Mr. Gas, have you tried the boots yet? Mr. Gas, no, I haven't. I want to oil them up, get some kind of protectant on the leather before I bust out of here. And they're sitting next to my bed right now, and it is on my list to go through all my totes and figure out. I had like a quarter tub of wax, boot wax somewhere that I want to get on those boots. What I typically do when I winterize my boots or get them ready, especially a new pair, is I'll put the boots next to my wood stove for a couple hours and let them heat up and get pliable. And that way, when I put the wax on the leather, it really, because the leather's warm, the leather really absorbs that boot wax really well, and then I'll get another coat on it. So that's the plan. But I'm like dying to use them. I'll probably, I think I'll use them on this little trip coming up this week. So we'll see the boots in action. I've been still running around in my boots, which are not waterproof, and getting wet toes, and then things start to get cold. So I'm looking forward to the boots. Gas, firing there. Holidays are slow for viewing. Yeah, good point, Eugene. People are, I guess people are, shopping, right? Ready, spend, spend, spend. I guess maybe a lot of travel though, but it is still early. I mean, we just got through Thanksgiving here in the States, and I don't know, Christmas is still, what is it, 3.5 weeks away. Wipe candle wax if no oil. Candle wax, huh? I have not. I have not considered that. I have a box of candles somewhere. Again, I know I have stuff, but it's probably sitting in a tote somewhere. Eugene, since my cabin's so small, I really have to be careful about what I bring in here. So I have a lot of totes outside and in my shed and in my old chicken coop, totes that just remain closed. So every now and again, I have to dig through those totes to find things like wax or candles, even though I know I have them. And in winter, it gets really packed in my cabin here because I have buckets of water I keep in here from freezing. And, I have, thanks to Tomahawk, I have three bags of dog food in here as well. And so limited space. It gets very cozy in here, Eugene. Very cozy. My last can of boot wax, 50 plus years old, still on the shelf, half empty. Wow, do you use that for special occasions, Eugene? Zero spending for me this year. Yeah, well, I think a lot of people are kind of squeezed right now, and we'll see how that goes. You have one group of people telling you everything's amazing. It's fantastic. It's the best it's ever been. And I go shopping, and I walk out with 12 bags of 2-minute noodles, and that's it. I literally bought 2 cans of gas. Last time I was in town, 2 cans of gas, 2 cans of gas, 5-gallon cans of gas. I bought about 12, 4, 8, 9, 10, 12 packs or 12, yeah, packs of 2-minute noodles. I don't even think I bought milk. I didn't get anything besides the noodles and 2 bottles of pasta sauce. I think there was something else there, and that was it. I mean, I couldn't afford anything else, although my situation is kind of special. But I don't see prices going down or any lower. As a matter of fact, it's been my experience that when prices go up, they don't come down. Once these guys figure out they can charge a certain amount, that they don't put it down again. Um, did the beats make it? Yeah, the beats are the beats haven't been beat yet, Mr. Gas. They're safe in the ground, but I got to stop talking about it and then get my beets pickled. I did pull a few of them and give them to the chickens because the beet leaves were starting to struggle as the weather was getting cooler and colder up here. So I wanted to get those leaves, the beet leaves, to the chickens before they were useless. Eugene, Cascade mountain climbing in the 70s. Yeah, we're talking about the Cascade Mountain ranges around in Washington. I spent a good few years in and out of Seattle, and I just love the Cascades around there. It's a pity about Seattle is a beautiful city. Geographically, it's amazing. There's some areas in Seattle where you can stand and just look to the west, and it's magnificent mountain ranges, and look to the east or the north, and it's just the same thing. And then you look around the city, and not so great. Not anymore, at least. But yeah, Pacific Northwest has some great mountaineering, good alpine hiking, camping. It's unfortunate about politics, but geographically, the state's amazing. Not many left alive that can say they climbed St. Helens before it blew. Huh? Wow. Okay, Eugene, were you in the area when it did blow? Interesting. For those of you still around watching, thanks for swinging in. I see a few more people have come in. You just missed a 40-minute video of me pretty much attempting to start my van. Sorry I had to put you guys through that, but for the last 2 weeks, most of my efforts around here and headspace has been in trying to resolve my van. So there's a 40-minute video there of me doing a few other things too, but yeah. Oh, you were there, Eugene. Wow, amazing. Yeah, it was a little before my time in the area, but that's awesome. How close were you? Mr. Gasgas, St. Helens blew on my birthday, 1980. Wow. I think you may have mentioned that before, Mr. Gasgas, a while back. Guys, if anybody is in a position to support the channel, I'm going to be dropping a link in the chat right now. It is a PayPal link. If you're in any position to help out at all, you can use that link, and I would appreciate it if you can. If you can't, that's totally fine too, guys. We've all got our own struggles, but things are a little iffy up here for me right now, so if anybody can support using that link, you don't have to have a PayPal account. If you just go to the link, you don't have to sign up for PayPal or anything. You can just use like your debit card or any card and, help me out that way. If you don't have PayPal, I have a new way to accept some support here. And yeah, I finally got set up with Cash App. I'm fairly new to it, so if anybody uses Cash App and can help out that way, I'll put the link in there as well. So any help you guys can give me right now will be much appreciated. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Tomahawk. Wait, hang on. Eugene, that day in Bend, it was loud. I bet. It must have been frightening to see something like that take place or be anywhere near it. I'm sure there's a lot of anxiety and folks concerned. Tomahawk, I survived Mount St. Helens with my grandparents on May 18th, 1980, with the 80-mile kill zone. Within the 80-mile kill zone. Yeah, crazy times. The worst I've been through, I've actually been through a few hurricanes. I don't remember. The worst one I was actually in was in South Florida. I was based in Fort Lauderdale at the time, doing a lot of traveling. And one thing I can tell you guys, it's amazing how quick people start to misbehave. When the water stops running and the plumbing stops working and the gas stations aren't pumping gas and your grocery stores don't open, it doesn't take a long. It literally takes 3 days, 2-3 days, and people start misbehaving. The opportunists come out. And the shenanigans start. So it's amazing, amazing how many folks just aren't prepared for any sort of disaster, and very quickly find out that they have no food or no drinking water, and yeah. Mr. Gasgas, it is a easy way to donate. What are you talking about, Mr. Gasgas? Cash App. I tried Cash App a while ago. Was unsure about it, and then kind of stopped using it. And recently, I've had a few people say they don't like PayPal for certain reasons, and so I've looked for another method, and we'll see how it works. We'll see if anything happens there. Eugene Fair, guys buying pantyhose to keep truck air filters from clogging. Oh, I had to pause there. I should have Carried on reading there. I thought maybe I missed something when I saw you say guys buying pantyhose. Right. Well, I guess that's a workaround to, help filters. Obviously ash was a major issue. I haven't looked into that event in depth, but that's interesting. Mr. Artiford, howdy kids, I made it to Mr. Artiford. I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to fine you this evening for coming in right towards the end. We don't accept tardiness around here, right, guys? No, good to see you, Mr. Artiford. It's been a while. I'm not sure if you've actually, I don't think you've been able to make it to my streams on Fridays, my movie and a chat streams on my website. I don't think I've seen you there, or Mr. Gas Gas. I think both of you guys have been missing in action on the Friday night movie nights. So you guys need to work on that. Come over and get signed in. Oh, Mr. Gas Gas, the PayPal. Yeah, it definitely is convenient, but I've realized a lot of people don't like it or trust it or have some. Or actually, a lot of people think, well, I don't have PayPal. I don't want to sign up for it. But you guys don't have to sign up for it. Just say donate, put a number in, and then you can put your details in, and like making a purchase online. Anyways, thank you for those guys who have helped out. I do appreciate it, guys. I really do. Yeah, without the donations I receive on this channel, guys, there is no gas and there is no food. So this is it either happens here or it doesn't happen, guys. And so if you can help out, man, I'd really appreciate it. Mr. Gas Gas, AWOL, huh? Okay, well, I know a little bit about that, but I won't share too much on this channel. Hopefully, Mr. Artiford and Gas Gas, you guys can start tuning into the Friday streams, all right? We need to get you set up there so you can be there. Mr. Artiford, I'll have to check it out. Do you send an email reminder? No, Mr. Artiford. When you sign up on the website, it's all me, guys. I control all the data. If you sign up, I don't sell your data or anything like that. I don't even look at your emails. But I don't want to get into the situation where I have to email people to let them know. I don't have that process automated, and frankly, I don't know if I want to spend too much time in marketing and getting guys or reminding them. But Mr. Artiford, if you go to the website, I'll put the link up to it now. I think I've got it here. Bear with me, guys. I mean, I could have typed it out. I guess maybe I'm lazy. If you go to the website, Mr. Artiford, you'll see that I have a ticker banner on the top of the page, and it'll tell you there when my next stream is. So that's the best way to know. I'm trying to get a movie and a chat stream out every Friday. And we started at 6 p.m. And like I say, it's a movie and we chat. And I'd like to get a bunch of you guys, the core dudes there on Friday so we can just chat and have an open chat and, discuss things we want to and, like adults. And watch a good movie. My pick, my choice, unless you have suggestions. But that's the best way to do it, Mr. Artiford. Guys, just hang on. I need to let the ranger out again. I know. Ranger, come on, buddy. Yeah. Any guesses on how long it'll be till I need to open the door and let him in again? It's definitely a game he likes to play. He doesn't do this when I'm not streaming. When we're in the cabin and I'm reading a book and just being chill, he doesn't go in and out like this. It's only during the streams. Friday streams have been pretty good. Yeah, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that, man. I enjoy those more than the YouTube ones. Not that I don't enjoy these. I appreciate you guys here, but the fact that it's on my website and I I've actually made the website. I coded the chat with a little bit of help from Chinese AI. I coded the chat. Everything on there is what I've done and worked on. So I like that. And I appreciate you guys, Kevin. And there's a couple of you guys in chat this evening that have hung out. Tomahawk. So I appreciate you guys coming out on a Friday evening and hanging out. I feel like you're in my house even more so on those Friday streams. Okay. Tomahawk, this coming Friday on OGW site is showing the movie The Northman. Oh, Tomahawk. We need to be careful what we share on the YouTubes. I don't know what you're talking about, sir. Mr. Artiford, I bookmarked it. Thanks, OGW. Yeah, Mr. Artiford, I think you had signed up at some point, and also Mr. Gas, you guys at some point been on there. So hopefully I'll see you guys this Friday. But not to. I'm just going to take these little moments, guys. If anybody can help me out, I have 5 gallons of gasoline left on this mountain, and let's just say, yeah, I'll be honest, no funds. So if anybody can help out using the links I've already put in chat, I really would feel better if I could. I'm going to have to hitch a ride to town and if I can take a couple gas cans with me and fill them up. That would be great, because without gas up here, I can't run the generator. There's no stream. So if you can help out, guys, even if it's just a little bit, I'd appreciate it. I have reached out to someone for a ride into town this week. It might happen Wednesday or Thursday. It all depends. It's not my schedule, but I am expecting perhaps some stuff in the mailbox. And so I'm waiting till midweek to get a ride into town. So, yeah. Yeah, it's, I don't know what's going to happen through winter here, guys. I kind of I don't want to sound pessimistic, but I just don't know how this van thing's going to work out. I'm not the world's best mechanic. I can do some basic stuff. I've also realized, guys, this Astrovan, in order to work on the engine, you have to get to the engine from the inside of the van. You need to take the inside dash apart to get to the motor. So that's a little out of my wheelhouse. I haven't done that. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this repaired and how that's going to happen, but it is what it is. And we'll just do one day at a time here. But fortunately, I can hitch rides into town. And, it's when I can. And when I have to, I will. Okay, where are we? Of course, Ranger's at the door again, guys. Sorry. Let me let him in. We should take bets in the future. How many times Ranger's going to come in and out? Come in. Are you going to get up here, or are you going to stare at me, buddy? Come and say hello to everybody. Come up. Come up. Okay, stay down there. Okay, he finally jumped up here and promptly lay down. Okay, where are we? Mr. Gas, I can't get my password from your website. Okay. Mr. Gas, as soon as we're done with the stream, so you did sign up at some point. I think I've seen your name in there. So I will try and reset your password and send you the link, all right? I'll look for your email, send you a reset. Now, guys, if you do sign up my site, check your junk mail, check your spam folder, because it appears that if you're on Gmail or whoever, most of these places, mail platforms, see my mail is junk. So check your junk mail for instructions on how to log in again and set your password. Okay. Did I see Hotel Alpha coming in late? Just want to say hello. Hey, good to see you. Hotel Alpha. I last time I was in town, which is, I don't know, about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks ago, somewhere. 2 weeks. I'm losing. It's all a blur, guys. I think you may have sent a card in the mail. If that's you, I apologize. Thank you. And I'm going to have more cards up here on the wall here, guys. I have. I'm thinking I need to put them up there. Thank you, Mr. Gas. I can't get my password from your website. Got that? We can openly chat without the necessary restrictions of YouTube. Yeah, exactly. I mean, guys, I still like to keep it somewhat family friendly, and it's for the most part safe. So, we're not doing anything weird, but yeah. Eugene Fur, you might have a few more gallons in the van tank. Might have a few more gallons in van tank. Oh, just siphon fuel, siphon fuel from my van. I have already pondered that, and I've done that in the past. So, if that's what you're talking about, I'm going to leave the gasoline that's in there for the meanwhile, because I don't know, something might happen and I get that van started. So I'm not quite ready to siphon my fuel out of the van, and I think there's maybe a little over a quarter tank in there, I think. I love. Where are we? Criminal. I put your Christ Mass present in your account. Hey, Mr. Gas, that's very kind of you. I'm not going to check anything now, guys. I'll do it off the stream. But thank you, anybody who's able to help out. Thank you, Mr. Gas. Appreciate it. Criminal paralegal. All 5 of us and you have to get to the engine the same way. All 5 of us and you. Criminal paralegal. Are you? What do you have, an Astro van with 5 people in it? Yeah. My next logical thing is spark plugs, and I was looking in the motor when I was charging my battery, looking for how I would replace the spark plugs, and it dawned on me. I'm like, I can't get to my spark plugs from the hood of the front of the vehicle, like I've always got into any vehicle. It's like, oh wow, the engine's back there. How does this work? I love my Chevy van inside cowling removal to work on engine inside the van and out of the Oregon rain. Yeah, I've got to. I'm going to probably have to pull up a few YouTube videos and and see how to get all of that out of the way. Guys, I've said this many times: mechanical and electrical, not my strong points. I've replaced starter motors, alternators. I can do the basic, guys, but when it comes to troubleshooting, especially electrical, I'm kind of special needs, boys. Special needs. Mr. Gas 10-4. Gotcha. Mr. Hardyford sent a message on OGW. Okay. Got my tablet over here. Keep us. Okay, yeah, I see you there. Hardy OGW. Okay, so you in, Mr. Hardyford. That's awesome. We just need to figure out gas. And I'll work on that after the stream. Did van break down? Oh, wait, hang on. Moving back a little bit here in chat. Hotel Alpha. Yes, I sent it a few weeks ago. Glad you got it. Yeah, thank you very much. It was a very, very nice words. I appreciate that. Thank you. Mr. Ardiford, did your van break down? Yes. Mr. Ardiford, if you watch the video, you might want to, it is 40 minutes long, and probably about 20 minutes of it is me messing around with my van over like a 2-week period. So you'll see some of my very subtle frustrations and my van issues if you watch the video. But yeah, it's it's kaput. Yes, Mr. Artifit, and the same thing happened last year. So, this is how I like to live my life, guys. Like I said, if I'm not struggling, I'm not living. A little bit of sarcasm in that. Criminal paralegal, 5 border collies. Okay. Amy Sue. Wow. Okay. I was not expecting Amy Sue. Okay, is an old friend of mine. For those of you wondering, I've probably first met how long ago is it now? 5, 6, 7 years, somewhere around there. Wow, Amy, good to see you. Thanks for swinging by. Yeah, 5 border collies. Oi, 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 oi. Busy lady. Mr. Artiford, haha, I'll watch it. Kaput. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Artiford. Good times. Good times. Anyways, what else we got here, guys? How long we been going? 7:24, and we start at 6. Oh, that's not too long. Sometimes these things end up being 2.5, 3 hours. And of course, a lot of people get up. Well, I won't say a lot. 1 or 2 people have said to me, do you have to go so long? I always think, well, I'm not holding you prisoner. If you want to punch out, bail out, that's okay, man. But yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I can keep going tonight. As long as you guys are chatting and asking questions. I'm not the world's best streamer. Clearly, it's a little out of my wheelhouse somewhat. So I need you guys to keep me going with the questions and comments. Criminal paralegal, so long ago, 8 years ago, maybe 10, who knows? Yeah, it's somewhere around there. Could be 8 years. 4, 5, 6, yeah, possibly 8 years. 10 years might be a bit long, but yeah, definitely 8 years. Hopefully all is well. Hotel Alfalfa, I got a new puppy last week. He sort of looks like Ranger. His name is Wiley. Do you know what kind of breed he is? Is he a hopefully he's not a black-mouthed cur or a hound dog. Would not recommend. Ranger, you didn't hear that. Yeah, he didn't hear that. He doesn't understand English. Most English. Wiley, that's a good dog name. Golden Retriever Rottweiler mix. Yowzer. Does it I'm trying to imagine what that looks like. Is it short-haired? Golden Retrievers are long-haired, right? And Rottweiler is short-haired. How did that work out? Mr. Artiford, made sausage gravy in the crock pot served with roasted crackers. What? Sausage gravy in the crock pot with roasted crackers? I don't know. That's a little off the reservation there, Mr. Artiford. Or on the reservation. That's never heard of that. Never heard of gravy and roasted crackers. You just like dip them in the gravy? You need vegetables, sir. Where's the greens? Criminal paralegal, your hair was darker when we first met. Hang on a second here. Excuse me, madam. What are you saying? How dare you? Yeah, it's the oh no, what have I done now? Okay, let's not fret about my hair. I actually did put water on my hair, guys, before the stream started. I looked at myself and said, dude, you look like a weird old hermit man on a mountain. You better do something with your hair. But I think I've messed it up now. Anyways, yeah, thank you, Amy. Appreciate that. Yes, I've put on quite a bit of gray, especially in the last 2 years, guys. It's just like I went from very little gray to like, oh, living up on a mountain, hauling your groceries up on a sled through winter. Welcome to your gray. This exploded. So yeah, definitely sometimes I look in the mirror. When I pull my mirror out, which is about once a month to cut my hair, and I dig it out from behind the totes there. Every time I see myself in the mirror, I go, Dad? Anywho's. Hotel Alfalfa, he's short-haired so far. It's possible he could get some feathering around the ears, legs, and tail. Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, maybe you need to share a picture sometime of this doggo, if you can. Maybe on the GAB. Mr. Artiford, I put some beans, I put green beans, cream corn, and bacon, and sausage with spices. Put it in a bowl and dip the crackers. That's Mr. Artiford, I'm gonna say that's an original, sir. That is definitely original. Yeah, I can only dream of some. I've really been craving milk lately, guys. Some like full cream, straight out of the udders kind of milk. Just craving, and cheese. I haven't had dairy for some time, and well, there's a lot of things I haven't had for some time, but I like milk and cheese. I would probably just nosh. If I had a big block of cheese, I could possibly eat it at one sitting. I don't know. It's possible. Kevin, my sausage gray wouldn't make it to gravy. I'm assuming wouldn't make it to a crock pot. Would eat it as soon as I could smell it. Hopefully, you guys aren't talking about sausage gravy out of a bag, right? You're not talking about powdered sausage gravy. Mr. Artiford, you don't have to answer this question. Kevin, your sausage gravy, is it actually sausage gravy or is it powder out of a bag? Hotel Alpha, your hair looks great, OGW, very distinguished. Now I know you ladies are just lying, okay? I know you're lying. I do need a haircut, though. I did notice that I got some tufts. Might have to break out the old buzzer that only lasts for 30 seconds before the batteries run out. Yeah, I have this cheap shearers that I bought at like Wally World about 8 years ago, and it's just finally starting to die on me. So I usually get a few shears and then it dies on me. The battery runs out now. I then have to charge it for multiple hours and get another 30, 40 seconds of shearing out of it. So it takes me like three charge sessions to get my haircut. Cat Vines, I think you look good. Well, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. You guys are trying to butter me up tonight. I don't know why. Thank you. Mr. Artiford, in the cupboards is the mother of invention. In the cupboards. What are you talking about? Homemade, sir, always. Gotcha. Guys, you're making me hungry now. You're making me hungry. So tonight, I have a few boxes of pasta. 2-minute noodles and pasta, and I do have some spaghetti there. And so tonight I decided, what the heck? I'll treat myself to a big bowl of pasta. I had a little bit of sauce, and so I made sure that I made a lot of it so that I could maybe have some for tomorrow. And I just promptly ate it all, like big pots, large pot of pasta. What was going to be split in half, I just ate it all tonight before the stream. So apparently I needed to eat. Criminal paralegal still looking very good, and I love the face here again. Well, criminal paralegal, Amy Sue, I feel you didn't see me last year, but this in winter I just let it go. It was like down to here, guys. I know I was looking a little bit rough towards the end of winter. Amy Sue, I'm a little grizzly. I go for the grizzly look through. There's no shaving, no trimming. It just goes. And then coming out of winter, we hit spring, and I do a full shave and look good for about 10 seconds. Anyways, yeah, it'll be grown out this winter again. Criminal paralegal. That rolls off the tongue, oddly. Criminal paralegal. So you're a paralegal for the criminals? So you're on our side then? Okay, Mr. Artiford, my beard is almost down to my belly now. What? Ish. Trying to imagine that, sir. That's, I'm not sure if I could do that. Tomahawk, is your water frozen yet? Yes, Tomahawk. I actually had several clips that didn't make it into the edit for this video of me busting some ice in my water barrels, coiling up my hose. Was that even in the video? I forget now. But yeah, finally I emptied my water barrels, bust the ice up that was already in there. So I did take a few buckets. I have some 5-gallon water buckets with lids, and so I made four buckets of water, and then brought those inside. 4 5-gallon buckets of water, and I emptied everything else. So we're officially, from this point onwards, once the water inside here is done, I start melting snow. So we're at that point now where there is no water on tap or in a hose. It's all what I have in here and melting snow. And now with no van, I don't know, guys. I'm going to be melting snow to drink as well. Usually through winters, I haul my drinking water, but with no van, it's going to be melting snow and filtering my drinking water. So fun times. I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. Just because I do like abuse of myself, by myself. Mr. Artiford, the beard. Okay, we got that one. Frozen, yes. Pasta and tree rat. Well, I know I've got a cat. I've got tree cat. As you guys saw in the video, I do have tree cat, so it could be pasta and tree cat. Last winter, I did eat some of my quail, and to be honest, no, not a fan, because my quail are not. They're not eating quail. They're not the fat Coturnix meat quail. They're very small quail, like your average wild quail. They're not bred for meat. I got them only for eggs. So eating tiny quail is it's a lot of work for very little reward. I mean, I basically in like 5 or 6 seconds would have all the meat off one quail. And I'm still not satisfied. So I had to eat 3 quail, and I was still hungry after that, and it was a lot of work. So I don't think we eat the quail. Of course, the chicken, they haven't been laying very well, even before winter and the cold temps started. There's some weird chicken laying weirdness going on with my hens. So I don't know. They could be up on the plate. Criminal paralegal, lol. Yes, I've been on both sides. Okay, well then, I guess if you can do work on both sides, we'll let you in. Just kidding. It is good to see you though, in chat. Definitely not expecting you to see you. Tomahawk, do you have enough snow for riding your snow machine? No, Tomahawk, not enough snow. And I think we're going to have a little bit of a melt here in the next couple of days, and then who knows what. We're going to have, I think the temps are going to be up a little bit here, so. Yeah, it's going to be a while till I can fire up the snowmobile. I did fire it up. Again, it was another clip I didn't include in the edit because it was already 40 minutes long. That edit could have easily been 2 hours, guys. I had so much video. And it was like 3 a.m. in the morning with new video editing software. I was trying to put this video together. So it was probably a little bit rough, and there might have been some weird edits there. But I was trying to get my head around this new video editing software at 3 a.m. in the morning or 2:30 a.m. Anyways, Tomahawk, or does this no machine need any work to be done? Tomahawk, man, I hope The snow machine doesn't need any work. I replaced one shock. It took me several months to get into a position where I could afford a second-hand or used shock for the snowmobile. We got that in. And then I noticed the shocks on the rear. The whole rear seat is very soft and it doesn't have any rebound. But it is what it is. We'll just touch wood. Touch wood. I got a lot of wood around here. Touch wood. It just keeps running this the season. If I don't have a van and I don't have a snowmobile, it's gonna be rough, guys. Okay. Did the greenhouse get all cleaned out? Yes, mostly it is. I need to pull out some beetroots that I still haven't got to. I know, guys. How long have you been listening to me talk about my beetroots? I need to pull out. I got no excuse. It needs to happen. Criminal paralegal, lol, 5 eggs for 1 meal, not worth it. We're talking about quail. Yeah, the quail eggs are tiny, but they're good. There's certain things in quail eggs that aren't in chicken eggs. It's on the tip of my tongue now what it is. But I actually enjoy quail eggs. There's a flavor or something about them that feels good to me when I eat them. So I don't mind. Quail, 16 quail, I started off with 20. 16 quail, when they're laying, at least 10 of them are girls, I think. There might be like 4 or 5 boys. That's a lot of eggs every day. And when you have a lot of quail eggs, I break them into like pastas or noodles or other meals that I may cook. Several of them, and I like them. They taste great, and I feel good when I'm on quail eggs. But yes, they are tiny. They are tiny. But will I do quail again? No. You guys have heard me rant about my quail. That's once the quail are over, it's over. I think rabbit might be something I experiment with. That might be next. Criminal paralegal chickens go slow on their laying after age 3 and start slowing down at age 2. So they are freeloaders around the age of 3 or 4. Yeah, so criminal paralegal. Yeah, sure. Yeah, my girls are, well, the one hen is 3 and she's my best layer, and then I have 4 teenagers. What are they? Maybe a little over a year, and they've been very disappointing. Very disappointing. I mean, they're in their prime now, and their eggs just dropped off like 3-4 weeks ago, just like zero. I did get a rooster in the mix that arrived. I don't know if he kind of messed up the mojo. And yes, I know they slow down through winter. I understand that. But like I've had nothing for weeks, which is kind of a big deal for me. I don't have chickens for like fun or quail just for fun. Well, a little bit, but I mean, I got them to produce. I mean, I expect food out of them. I pay money for this food and I want something in return. So, and they just completely let me down. I've never had a bad batch, but these girls have just been disappointing. Oh yeah, it's enough about my chickens. It could just be me. I mean, it could be my environment, how they set up. I've just never had this problem with chickens before, and I've kept many chickens over the years in all kinds of environments. And for some reason, this new batch specifically is just I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, where am I? A little behind on chat here, guys. Greenhouse, yep. Yep, got that. My hen hasn't laid good in months. Well, I don't know, what is your hen, an old hen or what? But mine are young. Mine are primo young girls in their prime, the beginning of their prime, not even at their prime, and it's just like zero. Tomahawk. Has anyone sent you more pictures or cards for the wall? Yes, I do. I actually have a few. And they got to go up here. Thank you, Tomahawk. Yes, they have. I've got about, I don't know, 4 or 5 that, maybe 6 that I need to put up there. I actually have tape. I got tape, these little sticky things so they would stick up here and stay. But I've misplaced that. And then actually somebody did send me some little stickies as well. And I'm not quite sure where those are. I put them aside somewhere. Now I can't find them. So that's my excuse, Tomahawk. And, I'm sticking to it. I got to get them up. Next stream, guys. Next stream, guaranteed. Everything is up there. Okay. Natal, hey, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for swinging in. Mr. Artiford, catch some jack rabbits. Yeah, we don't have a lot of rabbits here. I know when I do see them, it's always in the same spot, and it's just like one or two. I don't think we have. Well, I know we don't have a lot of them. So that's always a possibility. Guys, there's possibilities up here. I don't always discuss everything that I do up here. Some of my cards I keep close at hand. I don't share all my cards, but there are critters. I leave the critter videos and such to the pros, and I just I've learned over the years, anytime I do anything that might make somebody queasy, I get a whole bunch of people telling me how terrible I am. So that's why I just keep it simple here with what I show, if you know what I mean. Okay, where was I? Oh, on Friday's movie the other day, did you say you were a size large for shirts and jackets? Large, yeah. I mean, when I buy a t-shirt, large is what I always get. Large works fine. I'm not quite XL yet. If I was eating more steak and cheese, I could maybe tip into the XL after a few months. But no, I'm a large. My Carhartt jacket, I think might even be a medium, but it's super tight on me. I actually inherited my Carhartt jacket about 8 or 10 years ago, and I still wear it. It's kind of falling apart, and the zip stopped working. I was outside today, and I couldn't get the zip up, and it was just not working for me. So my only work jacket that I've had for 10 years now is kind of on its way out. I'm a guy. I can wear clothing till it literally falls apart. I have no problem doing that. I mean, who cares? It's not like modeling out in town. So yeah, large. I think even in jackets, I'm a large tomahawk, mate. Thank you. Criminal paralegal. What breed are they? I have Buff Orpingtons, my favorite. Love Buff Orpingtons. I'm at the point now where I've tried many breeds over the years, and I've settled on Buff Orpington being my favorite. And then I have one. I started off with two hens up here, and I had two hens for like a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years. Two hens, and I got them as teenagers, pre-teens, and they were laid as expected. Of course, one passed away, wasn't doing well, and I have one of them remaining, and I think they speckled Sussex. The two, so the older bird that I have, every now and again you'll see it, is a speckled Sussex. She's actually been the best layer, even though she's probably at like 3 years now. But the Buffy Orpingtons I have, they're what, a year and a half at most, somewhere around there. And they've been horrible layers. I've never got 5 eggs from my 5 hens. That all should be through spring and summer even. A good day for me would have been 4 eggs out of my am I getting my numbers wrong? Out of my 5 hens. But and then I would get 3 and then 2 and then 1 and then nothing and then 2 and then nothing and now nothing. So Buff Orpingtons, gentlemen and ladies, that's the way to go. I'm sticking to it. If I was free ranging, if I was somewhere where I didn't have a lot of eagles flying over and a lot of birds of prey, if I was free ranging my chickens, I'd be happy with the Rhode Island Reds too, which are very hardy. They're good dual purpose, and the Rhode Islands are really good free ranging because they pay attention, especially Rhode Island roosters. They really are looking at the sky all the time. They take care of the girls, in my experience. So that's a good free range bird. But even then, I'd have buff Orpingtons. Mr. Do you ice fish? No, Mr. Artiford, I've never done any. I mean, no, I haven't sat on ice and fished, but I have fished from the bank of a river in the middle of winter, with frigid waters and ice chunks. But that's been from the bank. But I've never done traditional ice fishing from like a tent sitting on ice. That would be new to me. Would love to do it. And guys, I do enjoy fishing, but I've done very little of it this year. I wanted to do a lot of things, but let's just say financially this year has been challenging, to say the least. So, when I'm constantly thinking about just having fuel in my van, it's difficult for me to go on like do road trips and, go camping. I've kind of been stuck around here a little bit, but I won't whine too much, but it's all my own doing. But yeah, I would have loved to get out more and do more fishing. I mean, I got all my gear here, and I keep my tackle box in my van actually, and just I did a little bit of fishing coming back from town. The few trips that I did, I'd stop at the river on my way up, my little spots, and cast a few lines. But the last few times, more fishing than catching. Yeah. What about you, Mr. Artiford? Do you? I soap down my zippers every year. Works great. Soap down my zippers. I'm not sure what that means. Is that soap down my zippers? Criminal paralegal. No matter what people will complain, you have to hunt and eat, and those freak out should eat a carrot and only move on. Yeah, I mean, I've said this before. Well, criminal paralegal. You haven't heard me say it, but I mean, over the years, especially in the early years of me being on YouTube and building my log cabin, you'll you'll be amazed at how many people reached out to me publicly and personally, upset about me cutting trees down. I'm not. I'm not making that up, guys. I've been contacted so many times, especially when I was building my log cabin, about cutting trees down, and so that's why I just there's certain things I just stay away from. I mean, I could adopt the attitude of I don't care, and I don't, but I just don't want to have to see those sort of things in my comments. People moaning about me being a tree killer or a planet killer or me personally being bad for the planet. I mean, if you want to talk about carbon footprints or anything goofy or silly like that, like trust me, I have little to zero effect on the planet the way I live. Right? I mean, okay, whatever. I won't go too far down that topic, but yeah. Tomahawk, okay, the wife and I are gathering up some clothes for you in a care package we are putting together and to send you. Tomahawk, mate, that's very, very kind of you, sir. I do appreciate that. If you can throw a block of cheese in there, that would be great. I'm just kidding with you, Tomahawk. Yeah, I haven't shopped for clothing, guys, for a long time. The last time I bought anything was I think I bought a dozen. No, not even. It was like 10 T-shirts on Amazon, all olive drab T-shirts at the beginning of spring. Yeah, that's the last time I bought clothing, and before that, it was probably about 2 years. There is no going to fancy dinners for me. Actually, I do have some totes with suit attire, ties, white button-up shirts, long sleeve. Even I have a leather jacket. I can't imagine what that leather jacket looks like now because it's been in a tote for about 12 years. But I do have some suit clothing in totes, but everything else is pretty rough. I have several ties, actually. There was once upon a time in my life, I haven't always been a mountain hermit with broke down vehicles and hauling my water up a mountain. There's been other lifestyles that were very different to this one, guys, where a suit and tie was acquired regularly. Thank goodness those days are over. Mr. Artiford, Irish Spring. What are we talking about? The soap? Did I miss something there? I soap down my zippers every year. Works great. Irish Spring. What do you mean? You put soap on your zippers? I'm a little lost there. Sorry, Mr. Artiford. I'm special needs. Not following. Criminal Paralegal, Rhode Island Reds. Best hardy weather birds and lay great. They do. They're great dual purpose, great egg layers. They'll work for a meat bird, dual purpose. It's probably one of the ultimate birds, I would say. Mr. Artiford, rub a bar of soap on your zippers. Okay, I got you. Got you, Mr. Artiford. I am, yes. Gotcha. I'm tracking, sir. I'm tracking with you now. Tomok, what kind of cheese do you want? Hey, Tomok, I was just kidding about the cheese, but, as long as it's not that plastic American cheese that's in slices. I don't know what that is and why they call it cheese. Hang on, guys. I got to let Ranger out. Actually, my favorite cheese is baby brie, a soft baby brie. Other than that, I'm good with like a Gouda, pepper jack, a Gouda, a good like aged cheese, an aged Gouda or something like that. So I'm not too picky. I'll eat any kind of dairy right now, guys. I mean, I was looking at my chickens the other day, thinking about how could I milk them if possible at all. I'm just kidding. I wasn't thinking that. But if I do, I'm going to need some kind of intervention, guys, all right? If I ever start talking about milking my chickens, I need one of you guys to come out of here and rescue me, all right? Where are we? Cat Dub Van Studio. Good night, all. Time to get the dogs out. Thank you very much for coming out tonight. Cat Dub Vine Studio. Another one that rolls off the tongue awkwardly. Good to see you. I appreciate it. You popping in. All the best. Have a good week ahead. See ya. Tomahawk. What kind of? Okay, we got that one. Sorry. Jumping all around here, guys. Mr. Gas. Those same people keep their home at 80 degrees in the winter and 60 in the summer. Yeah. What is the temp in here? 75 in here right now, guys. It is it's actually too hot for me right now. I'm just realized that I'm warm. Of course, this desktop of mine, when it's running, it also puts out a bit of heat. So, Mr. Artiford, what store do you grocery shop at? I understand if you don't want to say on here. Well, there's only one grocery store in my town. It's called Rosars. I think Rosars is like a Pacific Northwest chain. I think I've seen them in Idaho. They might be in Washington State. They're definitely in Idaho, and up here, that's our main store is a Rosars. I think they might be based in Washington. I don't know. There is another small grocery store in our town that's like kind of a mom and pop store, but I very seldom go there. It's small and they don't have the greatest selection. Not that, guys, all I buy lately is like pasta, 2-minute noodles, pasta sauce. And then I slowly walk past the dairies. I look at the cheeses. I always go by the cheeses. I don't know why I punish myself because I always look at the cheeses. Sometimes I go over to the fancy cheese and I'll pick up a wedge, a big wheel of like baby brie cheese if they have it. And I'll like flip it over and read it. And I know full well I'm not going to buy it, but it's just like, Maybe I'll get a sniff of it and I put it back down and walk to the 2-minute noodles. Good times. No, true story. I always look at the cheese and I walk past the milk. I'm salivating right now, guys. Believe it or not, I'm actually salivating. Okay. Criminal Paralegal, can you class up? We stayed on the mountain resort Schweitzer. Can you class up? Can you class up? We stayed at the. I remember visiting the mountain resort on Schweitzer. I do remember that. I don't know. I'm all out of class. I mean, I got to dig real deep to pull out the class that I once had. Ranger needs to see a doctor about bladder issue. Lol. Uh, criminal paralegal. He doesn't do this when we're just chilling out in the cabin. If I'm reading a book or in one place for a long time, he doesn't do this. It's only when I stream. Just like he never wants to sit up here. I don't allow him to sit here, but I broke that rule once during a stream, and then every time I stream or start talking to a screen or anything like this, he knows and he wants up here, and then he starts this in out thing. It's like he wants my attention. He knows somebody else has my attention now, but this isn't. He only does this now. Eugene, just ask them if they will give up toilet paper. Give up? Ask who? You about the grocery store? Guys, it's bad enough that I have to beg on the internet. I'm not going to my grocery store and begging for toilet paper. I have my limits, sir, and we have various materials out here in nature that could be used as toilet paper. Snow's one of them. In spring and summer, mullein. If you're familiar with mullein leaves, a lot of people think it's a weed. I guess it is a weed, but mullein leaves are very soft, very tender. Actually, I think mullein leaf is also called cowboy toilet paper. And during winter there's snow, so I'm good. I'm good. Haha, send the mountain crew intervention. Yeah, guys, you'll know when I need an intervention here, for sure. Rosars is in Washington. It is owned by Mormons. Interesting. So, not that this has anything to do with the genre or the type of stream that I typically do here, but here is something interesting. This is a side story about Rosars I've noticed. So, the Rosars in my town does offer a free Wi-Fi, and they have a little deli area. And so, occasionally, when I'm there, if I'm there, I will go to the deli area and sit down, and I'll check my phone because there's free Wi-Fi there. And I've noticed there's a few websites that I go to for news, and they're websites outside of the States. One of them is like RT News, and there's a couple others. And I've noticed that Rosar's Wi-Fi blocks any kind of Russian news. Not that I'm always look at Russian news. It just happens to be a couple places that I go for news other than mainstream, ABC, CNN, Fox. I like to expand my horizons with information, but I've noticed that the Rosar's Wi-Fi, they have all Russian news sites blocked, which I find amusing. Just a little side story there. Not that you wanted that criminal paralegal, but I'm sure it's company policy, that they block certain sites. Eugene first. So when you stream, Ranger wants to stream. That's a great observation, Eugene Fur. Very good observation. Totally. You're right. I got to let him in again, guys and gals. Hang on. Okay, dude. Seriously, you're going to come up here? Come up here. Don't just look at me. Get up here. No? Okay. Here he comes. Here he comes. Come here. Say hello to the people. No? Okay. Where were we, guys? No, no lick. No lick. Eugene Fair, just ask them if they will give up toilet paper. Oh, did I miss that? Did I read that again? Yep, where am I? Mr. Oliver, gift cards for the grocery store? Oh. Oh. I don't know. I've never looked into gift cards or I mean if you want me to, if that's something you'd like to do, I'll look into that. I don't know anything about gift cards from Rosars specifically. I don't know. Eugene Fur, so when you stream, okay, I got that. Sorry guys, I'm all over the place here. The cheese will have to arrive in a styrofoam collar, so that will be a different gift. Tomok, seriously, I was just kidding about the cheese, but I'm not gonna say no to cheese. I like cheese. Ask the tree chopping complainers will not give up TP. Yeah, good point. Good point, Eugene. Good point. I'm sure there's probably some kind of synthetic, eco-friendly toilet paper that's made by I don't know, some kind of process of I don't know. I'm sure there's some product there that serves the non-paper liking people. In a styrofoam cooler. Whoa, what kind of cheese is this? This would be pretty fancy. Thank you, Tomahawk. Family plan. The internet is far from free. Oh, sir, you're absolutely right about that. We know that for sure. Nothing is ever for free, guys. There's always some kind of cost. And quite often, the cost is not anything you ever see, but it's there. If you're paying attention, though, if you're noticing, you will find that it's not for free. But we'll use it as long as we can. Wow, we're doing good here, guys. Good stuff. ISPs get into site blocking at times for things that are not legal yet. Well, Family Plan, my suspicion is not it's not an ISP that's blocking at Rosars. I mean, they obviously have corporate, like a firewall policy that's set up at all their stores, and so I'm sure it's a corporate policy of what they allow and not, and so they're blocking at a firewall level, at a corporate firewall level at each store. I'm sure they have lists that are like hundreds long of just sites they block. But it's just funny that it's a news site. We're not, I get a pop-up that says the site is blocked when I use their Wi-Fi. So it's just news. We're not selling drugs online, guys. Tomahawk, we'll be sending homemade cookies my wife bakes in. Tomahawk, man, I'm mind blown in my mouth. I am... All this food talk, guys, has got me into like the food zone. I am in the food zone now. My mouth is salivating, and now you tell me about cookies. What kind of cookies are they? I need yours. Are they macadamia white chocolate? Are they chocolate chip cookie? Are they shortbread cookies? I need to know. Do they have like Hershey Kisses melted onto the top? I need to know. Tell me. Criminal paralegal. I have a local guy who smokes cheese and Gouda. Is my favorite. Also, if I see him again, I'll get you some. Oh, criminal paralegal. You guys are killing me right now. Killing me. Killing me. Thank you. A bidet, non-TP. Yeah. I mean, I remember back in the day, let's just say I spent some time on some very large, multi-million-dollar yachts. Not anything I owned, guys. I was just, I was just one of the, I was just the guy behind the wheel. you know, polishing stainless steel and anyways, yeah, I have a lot of experience with very fancy bidets and bathrooms. It seems like a million years ago. What is your favorite cookie? I don't know. Cookie? I don't have a favorite, man. I, I I don't think I've ever found a cookie that I don't like. I'm not a fan of like ginger sprinkled on cookies or like fruit. Not that that's a common thing, but I have had some cookies that had some fruit or like any kind of citrus grated onto a cookie and then baked into it. But everything else, I'm pretty much game for. If you sent me a cookie right now with my enemy called the olive, I'd probably eat it. I mean, I would eat olive cookies at this point. But I'm not too fussy. I mean, white chocolate chip macadamia are nice. Good quality chocolate chip is good. The shortbread, I mean, I'm good. Whatever you send, sir. Family plan. I didn't think it was the ISP for RT, but there are multiple layers of internet limiting. Kind of weird. I thought this was, yes, you're right. It's the free speech, sir. As long as we like it. You got free speech. As long as we like it. Yeah. Mr. Arford, my chats are getting blocked. Really? What are you talking about, Sierra? You must be saying pretty bad stuff, guys. Do keep in mind, we want to keep, I'd like to keep this family friendly and, decent. Of course, we are on YouTube, so, if you want to have open chat and just, be free to just converse, there is offgridwarrior.com/TV on Fridays. Again, nothing, even there, we like to keep it family friendly, but, nobody's going to block you. Just keep it family friendly. Okay. Had few blocked also RD Ferd. Oh. I don't know what you guys are talking about here. I've never had anything blocked on YouTube, but I don't. Guys, honestly, I've never actually partaken in a chat on YouTube. I've never joined a chat ever. Ever. Actually, not even on YouTube, anywhere. I mean, I host this chat, well, YouTube does, but I've never actually been a chatter type. It's not something I do, but I appreciate you guys doing it because I could not do this for 2.5, 3 hours without conversing with you guys. That is actually the fun part for me. That's what makes this good, guys, is the fact that I can actually talk to people and interact with folks that are like-minded. That's the gold for me. So thank you, guys. I appreciate you, seriously. Whether you're able to support or send me cookies, if you can't do that, doesn't matter, man. I really appreciate everybody here. Seriously. But if you do send me cookies, you're on the VIP list. Just saying. Tomahawk. Okay, double dark chocolate chip cookies it is then. Sweet. Sounds awesome. Thank you. Criminal paralegal. I think you should do some story time about those stories. I will never forget the ones you have shared with me. Your family voyage to the USA and all those fancy boat days. Yeah. A lot of fancy. Look at me now. Look at me now. Yeah, I'm also a very different man than what I used to be, guys. There's a lot of things I don't discuss. There's a period in my life that was I don't like who I was, and I was a very different kind of man doing very different sort of things. And so there's a lot I don't discuss, but I won't say a lot. There's a couple areas I don't really discuss, but I am a very different person at this point in my life. There's phases some of us go through. I guess some don't, or some just stay the same forever. I've definitely had a few phases. Mr. Artford, haha, I don't talk like that. Okay, gotcha. But yeah, Friday, guys. Friday night. Offgridwarrior.com. Friday night, 6 p.m. MST. I mentioned Bang Bang earlier, and it blocked me from chatting. Nothing bad. Yeah, it seems you mentioned Bang Bang. Oh, something to do with Bang Bang? Bang 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 Bang. Yeah, I mean it's getting ridiculous, guys. You know, it's things are getting ridiculous. People tell me they've gotten better. What? So they can change in another 4, 8 years? And is it better now? I don't know. We won't discuss that here, guys. We won't discuss that here. It auto blocks, and it blocked my chat. Mentioned the big brown turd. I can tell you, there's nothing I've done on my end to set up. I mean, there's certain words I can, I think, ban and not permit. I've done nothing like that. I haven't even really looked into it. I just assume a lot of the people that come into my chats or are interested in what I'm doing are kind of grown up and mature. And I think most of the guys here who maybe want to say some stuff recognize or at least realize that maybe this isn't the right forum to do it on. And I appreciate that. But it is ridiculous that... that we're told we have free speech, but we don't really have complete free speech. And the more I say that, the more I'll probably not... I suspect, I don't want to sound like a weirdo now, but I suspect... I know I don't try too hard on the YouTube thing, but I've noticed some things. I've been doing this for 11 years, and I've noticed recently that I suspect I've been put on maybe not a list, maybe a list that I just don't get views like I used to. I don't get promoted like I used to, and it could be various reasons for that. I won't get into here. Maybe we can chat about them on Friday on my site, but I suspect there's some shenanigans that go on. If they don't like or see a lot of keywords in your chat that aren't good, they're not going to promote you. You're not going to bubble up. Not that that's I'm trying to bubble up, but there's a lot of that goes on. Okay, moving on. The automated YouTube chat AI is brutal. I have been testing it, and it is it blocks harmless sentences. It's getting crazy. The AIs are low-grade cognition. That is one of the main reasons there is an OGW site. Yeah. Again, guys, we don't. I don't. My site and me streaming on my site. You know, I'm not. We're not discussing anything. You know, crazy. It's very like easy going, and we pretty much watch a movie and that and chat about it. Because I don't want guys to, I don't want guys to misbehave. But I mean, if I'm going to call myself a free speech guy, well, that's a free speech. I'm a free speech absolutist. It's like I may not like even what some other people say, but that doesn't mean I have the right to say you can't say that or stop saying that or I'm going to block you. Well, I guess I can. Well, I just walk away. In the real world, you just walk away or you don't carry on having a conversation with that person. That's how adults do it. I don't need to create laws around things that you want to say, even though I don't like them. That's like fundamental here, guys. So when we start, depending on which team is in, this team blocks those words, and then the other team comes in and they block those words. It's a downhill trend, guys. Don't get me started on this. Family plan. Ranger, stop. Anyways. Yada, yada, yada. Friday night is better. You don't have the YouTube watch, yeah. We love the Friday night movies. Right. Thank you, Tomahawk. All right. What else we got, guys? Are we going to start winding down, or how are we doing? I mean, I can do a little bit more. I am sweating, though. It's like 74 degrees in here. Ranger just got up and I think he's looking for a cooler place to lay down. I think we're both boiling in here. Jeremiah, yeah. Dude, what is your dealio? Look, you're acting a bit strange, mate. Can I help you with something? You've had dinner already. Yeah, my doggo will literally lay in one corner of the cabin and he will just watch me. And, I can't move more than sort of 12 feet in here. So depending on where I go, which isn't very far, he always positions himself so he's watching me all the time. No. It's, I always have a pair of eyes glued to me. You should be making a lot of money tonight. There has been several ads. Mr. Gas, I'm probably going to turn ads off now that you make me think of it. I literally make about, I think the most I've seen from a stream is like $2.60 or $2.80 for a stream. I'm not streaming here to make revenue on ads, and quite frankly, that's not worth to me. I'll tell you how YouTube works. Until there's $100 in YouTube, I don't receive any payout. So if I'm making per stream like $2 a stream, do you know how long that takes for that to add up to $100 for me to get a payout? Yeah. Again, guys, this is my only way, and it's really you guys. I don't make money from YouTube. I mean, it doesn't happen. That's not a reality. The only way I'm able to eat and buy gas is because of you guys supporting me. I'm going to be waiting a long time until my $2 payouts per stream add up. So, as I'm saying, that is, I'm just going to turn it off. I mean, if you guys find it annoying or bothersome, I'll turn it off, guys. No problem. And I did think about that. That it's just not worthwhile to me. So, I think that's what I'll do, guys, on these streams. I'll turn them off. I'm not doing that because you mentioned it, Gas, but I mean, you're absolutely right. I'd rather you guys just watch a stream here without ads. And actually, I mean, I don't know if I can do it. I can't do it during a stream, but I'll set that up going ahead, guys. I mean, I might be desperate, but, me waiting to get my $2 payout until it hits 100, yeah. I'm waiting several years till. Okay. Enough on that topic. But Mr. Gas, I don't make a lot of money on ads, and that's the truth. No, I mean, no, it's not. I mean, if you said that if I was making like $50 a stream or $20 a stream, I mean that's not a lot. I mean, I might say, well, I think I'll keep them, but now I think I set them up only to be moderate because there's different settings, levels, like lots of, moderate, or little to none, and I think I initially set it up as moderate, but I'll just turn them off, guys. I don't want to put you through that. I use a browser that blocks ads. I don't like ads, and I definitely don't want you guys to go through ads unless I'm making hundreds of dollars, which isn't the case. Anyways, 28 degrees here tonight, but 70 inside. You got a toasty too, Tamark. You 28, I am 23. 23. I don't know if you guys can see that. 23 and 74. And for the Europeans that may be watching, it is -5 outside and 23 degrees inside. 23 is definitely toasty. Where are we? Mountain Men, Wind Walker, Alone in the Wilderness Family, The Ways of the West. Are those all movies? I'd really like to watch some Dick Pronica with you guys, but I've been struggling to find, decent quality anything to stream to you guys. Criminal paralegal. The only payout when you get dollars adds up to 100. That is crazy. I have some videos like that. Oh, you have a channel or something? Do share with us if you. What are you saying? You have a channel and some videos? Back in the day, guys, in the height of when I used to make a lot of videos and put them out, and when they were interesting, I used to do okay. I mean, I was just fine um, on the YouTube income. I mean, I wasn't becoming a millionaire or anything like that. That's never been my purpose. But those days are long gone, guys. When I started with YouTube, at my heart of YouTube, things were very, very different to what they are now. Very different. I remember when I started on YouTube, your thumbnail had to have actually been or come from your actual video. That was a rule. Whatever thumbnail you had to be from your video. That's changed now. And there's a lot of things like the clickbait. I see clickbait titles that for me are kind of ridiculous, but clearly they work for people. And I've just call me stubborn or mildly retarded or whatever. I just refuse to sell myself out that way. I'm not saying that to get a pat on the back, but it's probably why I sit with the subscribers I do, and nothing really ever changes, because I refuse to kind of get involved in that sort of upselling myself and using clickbait titles and having AI do my thumbnails. It just doesn't sit well with me. So that's okay. That's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind. I'm gonna let Ranger out again, guys. I apologize. Ranger. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean that is legit. You have to hit the $100 in the YouTube account before they'll send you the money. Those interested in Friday nights need a little more info to join us on Fridays. Kevin, my man, you're like the you are the promoter. I'm hiring you as the offgridwarrior.com promoter. If anybody's interested or watching Friday nights, at that address there is where I stream. And, it's like kind of a Wild West stream as far as, I use free services to get the stream up. And, I think the guys have enjoyed it. It's viewable. And I have a chat which I coded. And I control all the data, and all the chats are deleted afterwards. I like to keep it family friendly. But, you're not going to be, your data and the chat's not going to be mined as far as I know. So, and we're all adults over there. So there you go. Hotel Alfalfa. Wow, YouTube is pretty lame in that way. I haven't seen any ads, but then again, I have premium YouTube, which made the commercial so agonizing. It gave me no choice. It's worth the $14. Wow, you pay for YouTube? That's impressive, Hotel Alpha. May I make a suggestion? See, this is why I will never. I'm saying things here that I'm sure are being flagged, and this is why I will never. I'll never be successful on YouTube, more than likely. Well, I don't put out a lot of content. There is that, but you should use a browser called Brave browser. When you use that browser, you just don't get ads. Hotel Alfalfa, by the way, you won't get ads on YouTube. So you may be able to save yourself $14 a month. As a tip, try it out. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if you're paying for it. You won't notice a difference. But Brave browser, download Brave browser, and you won't have to deal with advertisements. That's how I roll. And I spend little to no time on the internet, especially now when I'm low on gas. Like, I'm not online well, there's solar. I do get solar, and this time of the year it's a little iffy how charged the battery is. But I don't spend hours online, and I'm definitely not online every day. I don't like browse for hours, but um, you know, the little time that I'm online, I don't want to deal with ads. So Brave browser. This this segment is not sponsored by Brave browser. Right, criminal paralegal, viral hog. They have signed two of my videos. They market them. We split 50-50. They pay me out when I make 100. I have had a $400 payday before. Well, well, do you want to? I don't know if you can't post links here, but do you want to share? I mean, hey, if we can support you, I don't know. Wait, hang on. What are your videos about? Okay, remember this is a family friendly show, right? Um, yeah, you're welcome, Hotel. I don't know. I think I'm messing up your name. Hotel Alpha Alpha, I think I've called you. You know, Hotel Alpha. Yeah, you're welcome. Viral Hog. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what Viral Hog is, but I am I'm kind of scared of any I get every now and again I get these notifications of like, hey, we can boost your viewership on YouTube. You know, this is so and so at whatever agency. We could boost you, and we even have editors for your videos. We can make suggestions and support you on your success in YouTube. And it's just like delete, delete, delete. That's how much that's where I'm at. Yeah, criminal paralegal. If you want to share link here, I mean, it won't be a clickable link, but I think you can put it in chat. Again, depending on what it is. Is it you taking down criminals? Of course, Ranger's outside whining. Pardon me, folks. Okay. Well, how many we got? We got 10 viewers. Chat is still going good. Family Plan, sounds like you were propositioned by a viral hog kind of group. Who are you talking to? Me or I mean, I'm curious, but I'm not going to do any searches or look at anything while I am hosting my stream. Okay, what have I got here? Tomahawk, we have a massive snowstorm arriving by Tuesday, according to the weather guy. Tomahawk, where do your big blows or snowstorms typically come out of? They come out from the north, from the Canadians, the old Canucks. Do the Canucks send their bad weather down to you typically? Is that usually your snowstorms out of the north? The only time I really worry up here, our prevailing winds are out of the west here. So, they come from Washington State in this direction. And that's our prevailing winds. But our storms, our bad weather, particularly this time of the year in winter, they're northern storms. They come out of the north. And when I hear something's brewing like that or on its way, I'll start paying attention to weather. And because I have a lot of trees down here, they go down, and it's a lot of work clearing trees in rough winters. Family Plan. I'm talking to you, OGW. You spoke of emails asking you to want help promoting your videos. Oh yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I get them. I get them all the time. It's So here's another thing, guys. I actually I looked at my phone today, and I have 385 voicemails, and I have 800 and something emails that are unclicked on or unviewed. And no, I'm not kidding. I turn off all my notifications. None of my apps can send me notifications. I turn off my ringer, email notifications. Everything's turned off on my phone. I get few to no phone calls. So That's a couple years of voicemails that I've just never listened to. So take from that what you may. The only time I know I have an email is if I physically check my email and go to my inbox. Otherwise, I do not get notifications. I should probably go through the latest ones, but um, I'm always inundated with we can help you make more money on YouTube. Got 4 inches yesterday and another 3.5 coming Tuesday. Nice to have early winter snows. But hang on, Kevin, I apologize. I know I've asked you multiple times. Where are you again? You're down south, though, right? Are you North Carolina, South Carolina, or where was it? I apologize, Kevin. Storms came mainly from the west and the north, and both create lake effects. Snows from both Erie and Ontario. Okay, I'm assuming all the lakes around you, Tom, are freeze over. Criminal paralegal. Okay, so YouTube is blocking my chat. It is a viral hog dot. Of course, they're blocking your chat. Criminal paralegal. And they are a good company. I've been with them for 3 years and always get paid, and I do nothing. Well, I do nothing too, very little. So I don't know. I'll take a look at that. I've never heard of it, but I'm somewhat camera shy. So, but I'll look at it. Interesting. Criminal paralegal. My last 3 chats have been blocked, so I will text you the info. Gotcha. There you go, guys. In real time, you know. I just never knew the extent of it because I literally never get involved in any chats. I've never been part of a chat on YouTube, but I've heard a lot. Just mass delete your notifications or like the national debt, just start over. Yeah. Oh, Indiana. Okay, I got you. I remember now. I think I was for a moment there. I think I confused you with Mr. Gas Gas. I apologize. I think he's down there. Highway accidents in Indiana. That recent? Ranger, what are you doing, mate? Dog's being very strange. Let's see if I can. Ranger, you okay, bud? Sorry, guys. I can't move this out the way. My tablet's on it. Are you right, Ranger? He he's just he's just like sitting up there against the wall, waiting for better times. You right, buddy? You okay? No, I'm not a fan of dog licking. No, you know, of course, I got a breed of dog that's just like a licking machine. Like all he knows, his brain is in his nose and his tongue. If you don't like dogs that lick a lot, then definitely don't want a hunting bird dog hound. Oh yeah, today big accidents in Indiana. Lots of vehicles involved. Yeah, wow. I've actually been. I was involved. I don't know if it still is, but at the time was the largest pileup in Washington State history. And I was right in the middle of the pileup as the cars were piling up. This is like I think it was a 4-lane highway. The snow just started coming down. I was in a mountain pass, and a lot of the people were coming back from eastern Washington, which had better weather, and we just got hit with this snowstorm. And so a lot of people we were literally coming around a bend, and people are doing 75 on the highway, and all of a sudden people were sideways, and I'm in this pile trying to navigate cars that are spinning. I'm watching cars go up banks, and at the same time I'm watching vehicles come behind me, and it's just like boom, 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 and I'm trying to get around this. I'm not saying I'm a great driver. I got to say, the car that I was in a new Subaru. With Subaru has great traction, guys. I don't. I'll argue this all day with somebody, but that Subaru had such fantastic driveway. I was a drive. I was able to stay in between as cars were. I'm not exaggerating, guys. Cars were being hit left and right and rolling up banks and rolling and smacking and flipping over. And I was in the midst of this. And I managed to drive my way into the pack that had already stopped and then watched cars pile into each other behind me. And I think it was like a 40 car pileup when all was said and done. We were stuck in that weather and in that vehicle for like 9 hours before rescue vehicles made it up there and everybody started arriving and they're able to cut a pathway. There were cars upside down, guys, that we passed when we started driving through. Because we had paramedics and fire people that, can you drive? Are you okay? And there were a few cars in the center of this that were able to drive out after all was said and done, like 8-9 hours later. So it was interesting. But I think that car that I was in that was just stuck to the road and allowed me to drive it and drive out of the trouble. I feel like I went a little long on that explanation. Where are we? Southwest of my location, 70 cars Saturday afternoon. 70 car pileup? That's crazy. Mr. Gas, you still here? Gotcha. Yes, upstate South Carolina. For a moment there, I thought Kevin was from there. It's tough to keep track of where everybody's from, even though you've told me. So I apologize, guys. If every now and again I have to have you remind me where you're at. Mr. Artiford, what is your long-term goal? That's a great question. To live, to get through my day, to eat cheese. I don't know. I don't know. Wow. Mr. Artiford, I would say most of my life, and particularly as a young man, from being very competitive and then constantly always driven to climb the ladder. You know what I mean? Always trying to get up, get that next position, work my way up, more money, better positioning. I was pretty driven in that sense, believe it or not. And so I find myself now at this part of my life not really. I was going to say lacking that drive, but it's just not a motivator for me. So having spent most of my life to where I'm at now, they're very different. And I would say my goal now is just to live a good life. By good, I don't mean financial. I mean, I'd like to be a good man and I never used to think like this, but I am now. To live a healthy lifestyle, to be a good man, good to people around me, which is ironic because I've chosen to live with nobody around me. I got to do some work there. So it's really the simple things that motivate me and that I ponder when I do. The bigger, brighter, shiny stuff it's just not there for me anymore. So I think to be a good man, to be healthy, and to live a life which is just simple. Because I've had all the trinkets and I've led quite I would say, an exciting life. Half of my life was pretty exciting. So I feel like I've been there and done that. So, yeah. Does that answer your question, Mr. Ariford? Oh, criminal paralegal, he thinks you're crazy talking to a screen. Yeah, I absolutely agree. He's like, how much longer is this going to go on? Well, he's finally settled down now. He's got his chin hanging off over the couch, or his nose is hanging over the chair there, and his body is curled up in a ball, half moon, snout hanging. eyes closed. So that's good. Mr. Gasgas, do you like Mountain House foods? Mr. Gasgas, I do. I know that might sound a little crazy. I mean, not as sort of daily eating food. I mean, I will if they're here, but out of all the dehydrated or camping style foods, I would say Mountain House is actually one of the best, even though it's sold everywhere. I will say, in my experience, I've probably eaten 15 to 20 different brands of dehydrated food or food in a bag, camping food. And I would say that Mountain House is probably like in the top three, maybe even a one at times. It's and I was thinking the other day of especially this camping trip coming up. I'm like, dude, you've got no camping food. So I'm probably going to have to heat up some noodles, cook some noodles beforehand, or and then maybe take them in a jar and heat them up on camp or something like that. Because I don't actually have any food that I can use on trail or out backpacking. I was just thinking about that today, actually. Or was it yesterday? Today. So I don't have anything like that, but I do eat it, and Mountain House is one of the better brands in my book, at least. Um, Mr. Artifit, clean, simple, and wholesome life is an honorable life. Yeah, I think, Mr. Artifit, I'm fortunate to have lived a pretty exciting life and done some stuff. So I don't feel in the latter part of my life like a deep desire that I need to be fulfilled in doing all these other things, because a lot of it I've been there and done that. So that's not me being boastful or anything. It's just it is what it is. I'm fortunate that I don't have that kind of. I don't. There's no real bucket lists really. I mean, I would like to experience the Russian Caucasus, these remote villages. I'd love to see Afghanistan, Dagestan, um, the Georgian Caucasus. That area fascinates me. I won't say it's a bucket list, but if I was going to travel or do something, I mean, I'd love to. I'd love to see those places. Um, I've done the Europe. I've done South America. I've done Africa. But I would love to see rural East Asia, specifically the Russian Caucasus. Um, but beyond that, I mean, I'd love to see Mongolia, Mongolian steppes. I would love to hang out with there's very few of them, but a nomadic family in their yurt on the Mongolian steppes, and do that for as long as I can. I don't know, maybe I'll hate it, but that would be nice. Beyond that kind of fantasy dream, there's really not much there. Mountain House is my fav also. I have a stash of them. Where are you going camping? I was just going to do a snow camping trip in this week, actually. Not too far from here because I don't have a vehicle or means to travel anywhere. So I was just going to get my snow hiking gear on, get the tent and some pre-cooked pasta ready to be heated up the night of the camping. So I have an area a spot I have in mind. It's not far from here. It's within like hiking distance from my house, but um, yeah, guys, I've got like the wilderness around me. The world is my oyster up here. Even though I've been stuck up here for this entire year, I am craving some kind of road trip or guys, I might even be up for a day in Spokane. No, no, who am I kidding? No, I'm not up for that. But I do have this itch and it's too late now. I'm kind of boogered now. I ain't going anywhere. But I had high hopes of doing some kind of mini road trip and camping trips away from my area, but it just didn't pan out. Mr. Arford, you were thinking the same thing. What was that about? Having been there, done that, you good now? a criminal paralegal. I went to Bali and Thailand a year ago, and Bali is an awesome place. I would think go live. How many other Americans did you find there that were living there? I've heard there's quite a few expats. I know there's a lot of Australians that go to Bali. Um, listen, I'd be up for a tropical retirement too. Of course, that's a joke because there is no retirement in my plans. There is no retirement. But yeah, I love the tropics too. I mean, if you're going to live and be self-sufficient somewhere, a tropical climate is where you want to be, guys. I spent many years in the tropics. Man, I just remember diving off sailboats after dropping an anchor in turquoise blue water, swimming onto white sand beaches, and then literally walking up the beach and climbing palm trees and hanging up there like a monkey, turning the coconut off, twisting it off, dropping it, and then fresh coconut right there on the beach, and then diving in that blue turquoise water, swimming back to the sailboats. I mean, I spent a quarter of my life doing doing such things, and I love the tropics, man. Love the tropics. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna live somewhere and live off the land, the tropics is where you want to be. I mean, this trying to live off the land and survive in North America or these northern climates, winters can be really challenging, guys. They put a real hamper. I know I'm speaking to the choir here, guys. You know this, but winters put a real hamper on like growing food. And I know some people can get around it, but at my elevation and where I'm at and my my water availability, there are extreme limitations on what I can and can't do here. The grow season is incredibly tight and short for me. Water is something I constantly need to be proved, and it's all about money and finances, guys. If you're trying to live simply and live on fresh air like I do, a lot of these systems are very difficult to implement. I have a lot of people who say, "Oh, just do this. You should get that. I'll get another tank and do that." And it's like, yeah, these are all great ideas, but they cost money. So I try to do things on a shoestring budget here, guys. But so back to the food thing and really surviving it. The tropics is the best place to do that because you've got all year round food, and food grows very easily. So that's your number one need taken care of there. Up here, the way I'm doing it, it is extremely difficult to impossible, just to be real, to be honest. Hotel Alfalfa, any news on Scott? Was he adopted? Hotel Alfalfa, you missed the stream video, the video that we watched during the stream. I did talk about that. So I'll make a long story short. Unfortunately, Scott was moved to another shelter, which I wasn't too happy about. And I attempted to get him. This part I didn't share on the video, but I attempted to readopt him. But then I was told that their policy is that they can't readopt the dog to the person who brought the dog in. There's some policy that they can't do that. If you bring in a dog, the policy says that person can't readopt the dog, which sounded absolutely ridiculous to me. I was about to make a stink about it and go to war, but I'm not a man of means. I have some limitations, and I also do like to live a drama-free, stress-free life. And I knew that if I went down that route, it's a route I didn't really want to go. Start calling people and speaking to managers and then chasing down the dog. And then my car broke because I thought, well, maybe I'll drive to Spokane and go find him because they said they're moving him to Spokane shelter. And so I thought, well, I'll jump in my van and just go and look for him there. And then the gal said to me, well, they'll have your information too because we pass on the dog's file to the Spokane shelter. And I don't know what these are her words. She said, I don't know what their policy is. Maybe they won't let you adopt the dog. And so I was at like fuming level, like seeing red. But I spent a couple days thinking about my plan, and just thought, well, maybe it's meant to be that way. But I still have fantasies of going to a Spokane shelter and finding him, because I never wanted him to go to a Spokane, a large city shelter. I know what those are like, but I don't have options. So no, I don't have a vehicle to go anywhere. So sorry, you guys had to hear that whole story again. But that's what happened. Hotel Alpha Alpha, Hotel Alpha, Hotel Alpha. That's the basic gist of it. Hopefully that made sense, and I didn't speed my way through that too fast. Hey, it's Tomahawk heading out here. Tomahawk, have a good evening, everyone. Good night to you and Ranger OGW. Tomahawk, appreciate you, mate. I really do. And thanks for swinging by. Hopefully we'll see you Friday, mate. Same time, 6 o'clock, all right? Take it easy. Have a good week, eh? All right. Criminal paralegal. So I found in Bali, they have like no crime, no police. Good thing, no crime. Lol, no predators, so no fences needed to protect from farm animals. Everyone speaks English pretty much. There's so much I could say right now, criminal paralegal, but I'm not. That is sounds very nice. Really nice. I mean, I'm sure there's a little bit of something that happens here and there, but I believe you. I mean, there are a few places still left like that, but don't get me on that. Yeah, that's awesome. Sounds awesome. Sounds awesome, really. I could see myself in a little treehouse type, very simple little tiki, simple structure, just picking coconuts and growing some pineapples and mangoes. Yeah, nice. Tomahawk, thanks everyone. See you Friday night. Cheers, Tomahawk. Good to see you, mate. We'll see you Friday. Criminal paralegal, wait. I will look for him for you. Okay. Where? I know if you want to do a bit of homework, his name is Scout. I'll send you a picture. His name's Scout. And I was told that he was going to be sent to the Spokane Humane Society. And I said, well, how many are there? And then she pretended to like look in a book or something and said, I think there's only one, but I can see she didn't put any effort into it. His name is Scout. And I'll send you a picture. You want to call around. If you get a beat on him, I don't have a vehicle right now, but ish. Yeah. Mr. Gasgas, what is it that you would like to have or what you need most? Gas and food? No, I'm kidding. A Lamborghini. Gas and food, Mr. Gasgas. That's pretty much where I'm at. I know that sounds real pathetic, doesn't it? Tomahawk, please, criminal paralegal safeguard if you can do. Yeah, well, criminal paralegal. I mean, if you're serious, reach out to me on, I think you have my number. Mr. Artiford, still getting some blocks. I'm getting off now. Thanks, OJW. Enjoy your week. Try see. This sounds crazy, guys, that you're getting blocks. For what? What on earth is going on? That sounds ridiculous. Anyways, Mr. Artiford, I appreciate you, sir. You're regular, and hopefully we'll see you at Friday. You have a good week, Mr. Artiford. Criminal paralegal, when was Scott lost? Send me. Well, he wasn't lost. He wasn't lost. I took him to the Libby shelter. Begrudgingly, I found him. I'll explain to you. A lot of the folks watching the stream know the story, so I'll tell you the story. Anyways, Family plan. IT. It. What is? Did I miss something? He was He was not lost. Scott was kidnapped by the. Oh. Remember, Tomahawk. We want to keep it mildly family friendly on YouTube. Uh, I don't need I don't need to be blacklisted, sir. But yeah, yes, Tomahawk's kind of on the gist of it there. But yeah, okay. What is the time, guys? It's 9 o'clock. I'm definitely, even though I had a massive bowl of pasta before the stream, I'm like hungry. I think it's all this like cookie talk and food talk, guys. We might have to make some chat rules we're not allowed to discuss. So I might have to start banning you guys anytime you talk about cookies, all right? Criminal paralegal. Okay, we got that one. That gotcha. Okay, guys. I see that. I see that. Okay. Listen, guys. I think we've got on here. We've been going for quite a while. I really appreciate you. I mean, we still have like a dozen viewers. But you know, sometimes you just got to call it quits. You know, if anybody's interested, Friday nights offgridwarrior.com. Friday night on a movie. We hang out. We chat. We watch a movie. That's simple. Okay. Criminal paralegal, I'll reach out to you and Tomahawk, till next time, mates. Overnight. See you Friday, guys and girls. Hey, Hotel Alpha. I don't see him on the website. Is it possible they haven't posted him up yet? How long ago did they take him? So I think his transfer would have happened. What is it now? Couple weeks. Maybe it's about 2 weeks now. According to the shelter here in Libby, he should have been sent there. I mean, I can double check in with them and make sure that he is sent. I mean, clearly they're not going to readopt him to me because of whatever silly rule they have. But yeah, guys, I'll reach out to you, criminal paralegal, and give you some details. But it was a couple weeks ago that he was supposed to have had his transfer. At least 2 weeks ago, 2.5, maybe 2.5, 2 weeks ago, that he would have been sent to supposedly Humane Society Spokane. His name is Scott. He's a mixed breed. I'll send a picture out there. I think I have pictures on the GAB as well. Hotel Alpha of him. If you go back a couple of weeks in some of my posts, you'll see a picture of him, what he looks like. Criminal paralegal. I'll send you a picture. Okay. All right, guys. I think we're going to call it a night. It's 9 o'clock, and we've been going for 6 to 7 to 8, 3 hours. I really appreciate you guys. You know, this doesn't happen without you guys. And again, it's not about like it's not only about support or YouTube revenue. It's like if you guys don't chat to me and I don't have this interaction, I'm not doing this because I really do enjoy the conversations, folks. And so I appreciate you guys, everybody who's watching. And for those of you on the sidelines that weren't on chat, thank you to you too. I know I'm not a chatter online. And if you're watching from the sidelines, I understand. I do that too. So thank you, everyone. Yes, pics of Skata on your channel. Gotcha. Okay, guys. I'm going to call it a night. Thank you very much. And, you know, hopefully I'll do this again Sunday on YouTube. Weather dependent, gasoline dependent. I run on gasoline generator here, guys. But I haven't checked any donations. If I can get gas, I'm going to try and get to town this week, so I definitely have gas by Friday for Friday's stream. So that's it, guys. Okay, thank you, people, and I appreciate you guys. Take it easy. I'm going to hit the button that says stop streaming. Great show and chat, everybody. Okay, thank you, guys. Cheers. Ranger says cheers too. Ranger, come say cheers. Come here. Ranger, come here. Come here, buddy. Say cheese for the camera. Say cheese. Hey, you're a little weird. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, you're a star. I'm not really the star of the show. It's the big whizzer that's the star. Okay, guys.